Their story really started when Chris Froome came up with a flat tire.
Flat tire, but don't forget, Sky has been on the front the entire day. So a lot of tired bodies and not a lot of people left to help Chris Froome once he did have this mechanical great work by Michael Kwiatkowski to do a quick wheel change. Not a great push. I would have asked for a little bit of a, get back up to speed. And then Sergio Henao came back. He saw it. He was quick to react. He got halfway across the gap. AG2R was already on the offensive when that flat happened. So there's no waiting at that point for anybody in the peloton. Mikel Nieve eventually came back. He got him a little bit further across, and Kirienka, but driving at the front, AG2R. And then finally that man with his jersey unzipped, Mikel Landa, on the wheel of the Italian champion, had to come back after Nieve explodes. Nieve got Chris Froome pretty close. This is the last Category 1 climb of the day. But all hands on deck for Team Sky. They needed to use every single teammate of Chris Froome to pace him back into the front of the GC contenders. And at the top of the last Category 1, there was only a few guys left in the front, so a very desperate chase.
There's only one, and that was Mikel Landa, who luckily was still in that first group, waited back for his team leader, paced him back up to the front. Amazing chase by Team Sky and Chris Froome, the yellow jersey. Had to close about a 40-second gap to get back in that lead group, especially when the gas was wide open by this man right here and his team, AG2R and Romain Bardet.
And guys, the fact that Mikel Landa came back to get Chris Froome, I back up to a conversation we had before the race yesterday, wondering if he was in it for himself. Had to say a lot about Team Sky that he came back to get Froome.
Well, that's pretty emphatic proof that they're racing for Chris Froome. He's in the yellow jersey, and the rest of the Tour de France really suits Chris Froome's talents. The attacks continue to come. This is Simon Yates on the attack. He got some daylight. Viermoes chasing him down. Still a little bit too much power left in the front group of leaders of the GC men. There's a lot of other groups from the breakaway that are in tatters all the way down the road. Bauke Mollema at this point streaking to the stage win, solo off the front. And then clear daylight by Dan Martin. Hits him at the right time and was able to hook up with some of the riders that had been dropped from the original break. Pretty surprised to see them cooperate with Dan Martin.
No, I'm not surprised at all. Dan's a good guy. He's been around for a long time. And I think that everyone's happy to see Dan doing as good as he really is, especially after that crash that he had with Richie Porte. You have to think, if he wouldn't be in that crash, he might even be in that yellow jersey right now. Okay, a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda, but Dan's riding fantastic, battling against injury. If anyone saw the video of him trying to get back into his team bus, you see how much pain he is going through, especially when he gets off the bike. Obviously on the bike he's doing pretty good though still. He said if he could get through the Pyrenees and this weekend, watch out for him in the Alps. Obviously he's coming back on serious form. We're looking for big things from Dan. Up to the line, Chris Froome mad dogging it for really no apparent reason whatsoever. Sprinting to the line. Yates showing a lot of life here, just like his director sportif Matty White said earlier. This last third week could be on fire here in the Tour de France.
See the leaders, the top four in the overall standings coming in together. No movement there. Christian talked about Dan Martin. He's responsible for the only move. He jumps into 5th place. He's now 112 back. Mikel Landa falls behind him at 6th, played a big role in helping Chris Froome remain in yellow.